Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, today we are going to discuss the second lecture of chapter 15, and we know the chapter 15 that is about the organic compounds. So in my talk, I will discuss these three topics. One of them, which is the most important, that is about the functional groups, and then I will discuss homologous series, and at the end, we will discuss the allotropic form of carbon, which is about the buckyballs. So first, the functional groups. The functional groups is called as the heart of organic compounds because organic compounds can be converted or can be transformed from one form to another form by some chemical reactions. So that site where chemical reaction can takes place in an organic compound, that is called as the functional group. For example, we know we have the methane, its formula is CH4. If one of the hydrogen is replaced and some other group, for example, OH is put over here, now its properties will be different from the methane. Similarly, you can see over here, this is a 5 carbon chain and one of the hydrogen is replaced and it is attached with the OH. Now it is making a new organic compound which has the properties totally different from the hydrocarbons. So that atom or that group of atom which gives characteristic properties to the organic compound, that is called as the functional group. So this OH, you can say it's a functional group. So let's come to the definition. As I said, functional group is an atom or group of atoms in a molecule that gives the molecule its characteristics chemical properties. So in organic compound, one is the functional group part and second is the hydrocarbon part. So the functional group may be different. For example, we know the alkane series, alkene series, alkyne series. So the alkene double bond is present. So does double bond serve as a functional group? Alkyne triple bond act as a functional group. Similarly, instead of OH, might be some halogen is present like chlorine, bromine, or some amino group is present. So one thing is important that we have to remember that functional group is the action group. As I said, that is the site where reaction can takes place. So the hydrocarbon part that remains inert. So this hydrocarbon may be methyl, may be ethyl, may be propyl, any one of that. So they are generally represented by the R, mean radical. So this is the hydrocarbon portion, and this is our functional group. So the symbol R is to represent the hydrocarbon portion to which functional group is attached. So this R can be methyl, maybe ethyl or isopropyl or any other group. So a little bit more discussion about the functional group. So functional group undergoes characteristic reactions. So by recognizing the functional group, so if we recognize that which functional group is present, you can predict the reactions of that molecule. So this is might be short question that what is the importance of functional group? So the concept of functional group is important to organic chemistry for these three reasons. Number one, functional group serve as the basis for nomenclature, mean naming of organic compound. Mean on the basis of functional group, you can divide the molecule and you can give their names. Number second, functional groups serve to classify organic compound into classes or families. So all compound with the same functional group belong to the same class. For example, alcohol family. So they all have the OH as the functional group. Similarly, amine family, they all class has the NH2 as the functional group. Alkene family, they all have a double bond as a functional group. Alkyne, they have a triple bond as a functional group. And the third point, a functional group is a site of chemical reactivity in a molecule containing the functional group. So that site is important for its reaction. So there is a possibility that organic compound contains more than one functional group. So that kind of molecule having more functional group, they are called as polyfunctional. So a molecule can contain more than one functional group. It is said to be polyfunctional. So their properties of each functional group may be modified by the presence of others. For example, if a molecule have 2 or 3 functional groups, so their properties can be modified with respect to one another. So then, dear students, we have a million of organic compounds, but these million of organic compounds are divided into some families on the basis of their functional group. So this functional group chemistry is very important as far as organic chemistry is concerned. And next chapter will be about these functional groups. So let's discuss some families of the organic compounds on the basis of their functional group. For example, first we have the alkane. So alkane, they has no functional group, just like ethane, propane. Then special family, this is about the alkene. So alkene is a class of organic compound which have carbon-carbon double bond as a functional group. And we know the carbon will make 4 bonds, so 2 bonds over here and 2 bonds will go over here. So that might be hydrogen, maybe any carbon over here. So for example, over here the ethene. Similarly, the next class or next family of the organic compound, that is the alkynes. So alkynes, they have the carbon-carbon triple bond. And very simple example is the ethyne. First member, ethyne, carbon triple bond carbon. Then come to the arene family or the arene class, and that is the class which is from the benzene ring derivatives. So mean aromatic compounds, and aromatic compounds are those which has like benzene like structures. So in this arene, we studied about the benzene related compounds just like benzene or some other compound like phenol, naphthalene, etc. So then another class which is called as the alkyl halides or simply halides, when carbon or the hydrocarbon part is attached with any halogen. Or in other words, you can say when halogen is attached with the carbon or the hydrocarbon part, that is called as alkyl halides. For example, if this is fluorine, it will call as alkyl fluorides. If this is chlorine, it might call as alkyl chlorides. And if this is bromine, it will call as alkyl bromides. And if this is iodine, it is called as alkyl iodides. So simple molecule. So this is the first carbon, mean this is methyl, and it is attached with the chlorine. This is methyl chloride. Then very interesting class, which is the alcohol. So when OH is attached with the alkyl part, that class is called as the alcohol. For example, methanol or the methyl alcohol is the simplest alcohol, and second is the ethyl alcohol. So that is when ethyl part is attached with the OH, that is called as the ethyl alcohol. So all the organic compounds which have in the OH as a functional group, they are called as the alcohol. Then another class, which is the ether, and it is very highly volatile, just like petrol. So that's why we kept it under freezer under low temperature, because they are very volatile and they have low boiling point. So when oxygen is between 2 carbons, so this carbon, this is the alkyl part, maybe methyl, maybe ethyl, maybe propyl. Similarly over here, there may be methyl, maybe ethyl or propyl. So when oxygen is in between 2 carbons, this class is called as the ether. And the simplest molecule, that is the dimethyl ether. Then come to the bases. Very interesting and very important. This is the amine class. When carbon is attached with the nitrogen. So we know that the nitrogen has 3 bonds. So nitrogen having 1 bond with the carbon, and it might be some hydrogen. So this is the class is called as the amine. Or in other words, when nitrogen is bonded to carbon, this is called as the amine, and they serve as an organic basis. And the simplest example is the methyl amine. So when methyl is attached with the NH2, or in other words, you can say methane CH4, one of the hydrogen is replaced and we put the NH2 group. This is called as a methyl. Next, some more families. So one of the family, this is the nitrile family. When CN group is attached, this is also called the cyano group. So CN. So if this cyanide, just like potassium cyanide or ammonium or sodium cyanide, those are the salts and they are the poison. but over here its properties are different because it's making a covalent bond with the carbon. So this class having CN group, C making triple bond with the N, this class is called as the nitrile. And simplest example is methyl cyanide, or it is also called as methyl nitrile. Then come to the nitro compounds. So nitro means when NO2 is attached with the alkyl part, that will called as the nitro. So that family is called as the nitro compounds. So simple example is the CH3 methyl and it attached with the nitro. This is called as nitromethane. Then come to some sulfur related compound. So simple the sulfides. So in the ether, oxygen was between these two carbons, but now there is the sulfur which is present between these two carbons. So that class of a compound having sulfur between two carbon, that class is called as the sulfides. And simple example is the dimethyl sulfides. Then come to the sulfoxides. So when one of the lone pair of the sulfur is donated with the oxygen, it makes a coordinate bond with the oxygen. That class is called as sulfoxides. And the representative example is dimethyl sulfoxide. And when sulfur is making another coordinate bond with another oxygen atom, that class is called as the sulfones. So this is the example dimethyl sulfone. Now the next, just like the OH, the carbon is bonded with the OH, that is called as the alcohol. But if this is the sulfur, SH, that family is called as the thiol. And simple example is the methane thiol or the methyl thiol. Now, next, very important families of the organic compound because they have a number of reactions and number of applications in synthetic point of view. So we can make a number of organic compound by using these functional group. So that functional group, C double bond O, that is called as a carbonyl group. This is called as the carbonyl group, carbon double bond oxygen. You know that a carbon makes 4 bonds. So this carbon is making double bond with oxygen, single bond over here and single bond over here. So this organic compound having carbonyl as a functional group, that class is called as carbonyl compounds. So next we will discuss these carbonyl compounds. So the first family of these carbonyl compound is the aldehyde. So when on one side of the carbonyl we have the hydrogen, minimum there should be hydrogen over here. So that family having hydrogen on one side of the carbonyl, that is called as the aldehyde. So the representative example of this aldehyde, so this is the carbonyl. On one side we have the hydrogen, on other side we have the carbon. This is called as the acid aldehyde. If on the other side of the carbonyl there is also carbon, so on the both side of the carbonyl we have the carbons. So this is the simplest representation. So on the carbonyl, on the other both side of the carbon, of the carbonyl we have the carbons, that is called as the ketone. And this is the simplest example of the ketone, which is dimethyl ketone. It is also called as the acetone. So far we discussed about the carbonyl compounds. Out of the one of them is the aldehyde having H on one side of the carbonyl. Other is the ketone having both carbons on the both side of the carbonyl. Then the next, if on one side of the carbonyl we have the OH group, that class is called as carboxylic acids, and these are the organic acids, just like formic acid, acetic acid, propanoic acid, citric acid. We all know that organic acids, and these organic acids are not so much strong as compared to inorganic acid. So organic compounds are called as carboxylic acid because they have carboxylic group. This C double bond O and OH, they are collectively called as the carboxyl group. And such class of compounds containing carboxylic group as a functional group, They are called as carboxylic acid. So this is one of the representative example. So on the one side we have the methyl, so that is called as the acetic acid, which is present in the vinegar. So carboxylic acids, they are converted into four derivatives. For example, esters, amides, carboxylic acid chloride, or the carboxylic acids anhydrides. So for example, if this OH is replaced with OC, mean oxygen, and with the carbon, that is called as the ester. That will called as the ester. Mean carbonyl is attached with the OR, mean this is the carbon. So that class is called as the esters, and they have the fruity smells. So that class is called as the ester. So if this OH is replaced with NH2, that class is called as the acid amide, or simply they'll call as the amide. And we have the example, simple example, this is called acid amide. And for the esters, we have, this is called methyl acetate, and similarly ethyl acetate, which is acted as the solvents. Next, this OH is replaced some halogen, and this, if this is the chlorine, they're called as carboxylic acid chlorides. They're called as carboxylic acid chlorides, and we have this example, acetyl chloride. And then the last one, that they are called as the anhydride. So anhydride means without water. So if this oxygen is present between these two carbonyl groups, that is called as the anhydride, and the example is the acetic anhydride. So anhydride means without water, mean if you have the acid molecule, they remove the water. So two molecules of acid after removal of water convert into the anhydride. So we discuss some important families of the organic compounds on the basis of their functional groups. So the next chapter, in the coming chapter, we have various chapters on the basis of these functional groups, and we will discuss these functional groups in details one by one in upcoming chapters. So this is called the line structure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the 4 carbon chain. So that family is called the alkane. Similarly, in this case, this is also line structure. So this point shows the carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 carbon chain and just 2 branches. This is the methyl. This is the methyl. So it belongs to the alkane. Come to next one. So this is the 4 carbon chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon chain. But there is double bond is present. So it means this organic compound belongs to the alkene family. Similarly, this organic compound also belongs to alkene family. So these two lines shows mean double bond is present. So come to next. So in this molecule, we have carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We have 6 carbon, and these 3 lines shows mean there is a triple bond is present. It means this molecule belongs to the alkyne family, and this molecule also belongs to the alkyne family. Now, this halogen is present. So this halogen is present to this hydrocarbon chain, 4-member ring, and this halogen is present. So this class is called as alkyl halides. So this also belongs to the alkyl halides. Then look at that. We have the alcohol. So we have the alcohol OH over here. So this class or this family having OH group, we will call as the alcohol. And this OH is attached to the benzene ring. They are called as the phenols. So this SH is present with the alkyl chain. This is the thiol, and this molecule is also related to thiol. Now, example of ether. So oxygen is attached to 2 carbons. So that is the example of ether. Similarly, this is the other example of the ether. Oxygen is bonded to carbon on both sides. So this is the example of ether as well. Now the next family, you know, this is the amine. So this is the carbon attached with the nitrogen. So this belongs to the amine, and this carbon is attached to NH2. Again, this is belong to the amine family. Then this is carbonyl compound. C double bond O. On one side there is a carbon. On other side there is also carbon. It means this organic molecule belongs to the ketone family. So this carbonyl, one side carbon, or other side this is also carbon, so this also belongs to the ketone. The next, on the one side of the carbonyl there is a hydrogen. It means this organic compound belongs to the aldehyde family, and this is another example of the aldehyde family. Next, come to the carbonyl, OH on one side. It means this molecule belongs to the carboxylic acids family, and this is another example of the carboxylic group. Now, carbonyl, oxygen, and the carbon. So it means they are the esters. Similarly, this is the example of the esters. Carbonyl, on the one side there is NH2, means this is the derivative of the acid, and that is the carboxylic acids amides. This is another example of the amides. And now the last one, C double bond N, C double bond N. So this belongs to the nitrile family. And we discuss functional group, and we discuss the examples as well. So next come to the another topic, that is about the homologous series. So the homologous series, for example, alkanes, methane, ethane, propane, butane. Alkene series, ethene, propene, butene, pentene. Alkyne series, ethyne, propyne, butane, pentine. They form one series, and if you see the difference between two consecutive members, for example, methane and ethane, the difference is of CH2. Ethane to propane, the difference will be of CH2. So that series of compounds in which adjacent members differ by CH2 unit, that series is called as the homologous series. For example, alkane series, that is called homologous series. Alkene series having one double bond, this is homologous series. Alkyne series, this is also called as the homologous series. Alcohol, methane alcohol, methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, propyl alcohol, butyl alcohol, they all have making one series, and the difference is of only CH2. So for example, as I said about the alcohol, the general formula is CnH2n plus 1 and OL. So methyl alcohol, this is ethyl alcohol, propyl alcohol, and butyl alcohol. So the difference between these two consecutive members, the difference between two consecutive members is CH2. The difference between these two consecutive members is again CH2. So that series is called as the homologous series. And these homologous series has a number of application, or you can say the characteristics. So the general characteristics of homologous series, these are all compounds in the series contain the same element and functional group. Number second, all compounds in the series can be represented by general formula. General formula for alkane is CnH2n plus 2, and for alkene the formula is CnH2n, and for alkyne we have the CnH2n minus 2. Similarly, the molecular formula of each homolog differ from one above and one below, that is by CH2. As I said, the difference between two consecutive members is of CH2, and all the compounds in the series can be prepared by similar methods. For example, alcohol series, methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, propyl. So all the functional group, they have generally same kind of the method for the preparation. And at the end, they have same set of the properties, because as I said, the chemical reaction depend on the functional group. So all the series, they have same functional group, so their chemical properties, their reaction will be the same. Then come to the next thing, or the last thing, that is about the allotropic forms. We know previously that the carbon has 3 allotropic forms, which is about the graphite and diamond, and the third form, generally we know that previously there was 2 forms, and now we have the third form, that is called as the buckyballs. And the full name of buckyball, that is Buckminster fluorines. So that is just like a shape of, this is the on the basis of this buckyball. So scientists name it after an architect, Buckminster, who designed a buckyball shaped building in the Montreal. So this is the building of this one. like the buckyballs, and these buckyballs are used as the semiconductors and the lubricants. So in 1985, a new group of allotropic form of carbon was discovered. They have the carbon atom ranging from 40 to 100. Carbon atoms are arranged in a hollow cage-like structure, and they were called as a buckyball, just like the football structure. The simplest molecule that was the C60, and its molecule is made up of 60 carbon atoms. The carbon atoms fold around and make a ball-shaped molecule. And this new molecule looks like a football. And the important line, carbon atoms join together to form pentagon and the hexagon structure. So look at this. This is hexagon structure, 6 edges, and this is pentagon. So it means this is the pentagon and the hexagon. So today, if I make the summary, today we discuss 3 very important topics, and first, that was the functional group, and the organic chemistry is based on the functional group. So we must remember or memorize the various functional groups in the organic compound, and whenever we see any organic compound, we must pick that what is the family of this organic compound. It means we must focus on the functional group. So as I said, the hydrocarbon part or the alkyl part remains inert. So the functional group has a key role in chemical reactions. And then we discuss about the homologous series. So the organic compound make a series. So that is called as the homologous series. And the homologous series has similar properties because they have the same function. And then I conclude about the buckyballs. So this is another allotropic form of carbon, and they are just like a cage-like structures, and they form the pentagon and hexagon structure. So that's all about today's lecture, and if you have any question, you can ask me in the comment box. Thanks and good luck.